What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to this episode of English Turks, where I review your favorite Turkish series with and without English subtitles. And today I'm talking about Sen Çal Kapimi, episode 21. What's up, guys? I just finished watching the episode, and let me just say, we started off this new week with something a little bit more light, a little bit more positive. Now, as you know, they went to the restaurant. They were both in different places. And like I said in my last podcast, that it wasn't going to be such a big deal. And it turned out that it wasn't. I mean, neither of them contacted each other. Neither of them tried to get the other one to explain where they were, and which I think is so childish, but it doesn't matter. So Serkan spent the whole episode trying to stay as close to Ada as he could, and so he's like he always does. He gets Engin to create things to make it so that they have to work together or whatever. And right now, Serkan is only focused on Ada. He's really trying to get her attention back, which he already has her attention. So I don't even know what the big deal is. So anyway, FA announces that he's leaving the very next day. And so Ada is basically deciding that she's not going to work at the company anymore as soon as FA leaves. And so he's like, okay, fine. Anyway, so they go to Ada's house. They end up going to Ada's house. But prior to that, they went to the photography. I almost forgot about the photography thing. Yeah. So Ada, out of spite, accepts to be the face of the whole fundraiser thing because Celine, kind of made the decision for her since Serkan didn't want to do it. Then she's like, well, Ada's not going to do it. And Ada's like, no, I'm going to do it. So she ends up meeting with this photographer, which was really cute. And then they go to the photography studio to take some pictures of her. Of course, Serkan follows her there and decides, I guess he goes there under the guise that he's going to do the ad despite saying that he wasn't, but it's just to watch her. And then they were going to go to this hamburger place, and he told the guy, no, that's my girlfriend. I need you to no hamburger, fix it, whatever. And so he does, but he does end up going to their house, which Serkan ends up going to the house because Aiden, his mom, went to the house, and basically she's trying to do everything in her power to get Serkan with Eda. And so they go to the house, and then they hire some guy to fake like he, is coming after them for Aidan beating up on his sister, who is having the affair with her husband or whatever. And so, yeah, but it's all just a joke. Not a joke, but they're just doing it so that they can have a reason to stay longer in their house. Now, the whole episode basically takes place at the house. That must have been an easy filming. And what they end up doing is just going back and forth with, whether this person is trying to get at them or whatever. And then Serkan, tries to find more and more reasons to stay at the house. And this guy stalking the house makes it more plausible. Then they figured out that they both went to the restaurant. However, he realizes that Salim must have changed the restaurant name so that Ida would end up in a different restaurant. So, Ida's feeling all giddy again because she can't really be mad at Serkan. She's never, ever sticking to what she says. But they're making it more and more apparent, which is making me love the show more now. Because obviously, I think maybe the writers saw that so many people commented on the fact that she has no backbone, but yeah, she finally got a little bit of backbone, and she's like, guys, be proud of me. And it's because she loves him, but still, stand for something, girl, stand for something. So anyway, yeah, so the photographer's at the house. He ends up making them take like a cute picture. I don't know why they took this family picture because it was kind of weird. But yeah, because Engin came with Piril to try to practice meeting Engin's mom, but nobody explained that to Aiden. So Aiden's like, thinking it's like a proposal thing. And it's just, everything was so confusing because even Ada's aunt was like, "Oh, you can't come here and ask for Ada's hand." They thought that it was just crazy. I don't even. You guys know what happened. It was crazy. It was funny too, a little bit. But yeah, so they had that whole shindig happen at the house. I didn't ended up sleeping at their house, but Serkan ended up going home. He came back in the morning, picked up Ada. Then he took Ada to a hotel where I guess the restaurant is on the 25th floor, where he prepared a meal for them. He had the famous chef prepare a meal for them because, he wanted to have the meal with Ada that they couldn't have the night before. And so in order to get to the restaurant, it's on the 25th floor, so they have to take an elevator. But as you all know, Eda has claustrophobic issues, so getting in the elevator is a little bit difficult for her. So she tends not to go in elevators, but climb stairs. And so, you know, Serkan was like, "We don't have to do this. Let's just go to work. We don't have to go for the dinner." And she's like, "No, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it." And he's like, "We're not going to climb 25 sets of stairs. Like, that's a lot of work." And so, she says, "Okay, I'll take the elevator." He pressed all the buttons, which I would probably like press the middle floor and then the 25th floor, just because, like, I mean, to have to go through that over and over and over again, that's a lot of work. I mean, but he did. He pressed all the buttons. They were in the elevator, and they kind of snuggle in a bit and they get a little bit carried away. And then they had a little bit of a makeout session in the elevator, which I'm sure put Sircon on cloud nine. But then again, yeah, everybody was talking about it on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, this is some real deal. But it was like, you could barely see the kiss, but it was fine. It was good, whatever. But on the other side of things, Jeden is trying to figure out who published all this stuff in the news. How did they get this resource? She realizes that it's Celine. And then as she's about to tell on Celine, Fedit says, "Hey, no, if you tell, then he's going to know that this situation happened," which is when he gave the picture to Khan about the contract, and then Khan gave it to the lady, and da da da. And so she convinces Fedit to tell to tell Serkan what he did, or what Celine did and everything like that. But Celine overhears their conversation. So Celine writes a letter to Serkan, kind of detailing inside what happened and the fact that Ada knew about it. And I guess she's trying to do that to cross one last wedge. But Serkan's a really intelligent man. And so he's going to see right past that. He's going to know that Celine did that on purpose, especially since he's kind of figured that she's the one that changed the name of the restaurant in the envelope. And so it's not going to really bother him that much. And as you can see from the fragment, he's going to use that to make Ada quote unquote pay, for what she did. And it's just a reason to keep her close to him, like, because he could care less about the contract getting in the news and that Ada knew. He could care less about that. For him, it's going to be an easy way to get her under his control again. And I think that's exactly that'll make him happy. It actually works in his favor. But at the same time, as Khan was leaving, he's trying to get the shares, and he was going through Fedit, but Fedit's like, and so he tries to go through Celine. But since Celine is also like not willing to sell her shares, he uses the fact that he knows about the situation to get Celine to come out of it and to get her to sell him her shares, which she ends up doing, I'm guessing. And so she's going to end up leaving the company, but she wanted to do that one last dig to see, about keeping them separate, which is just excessive and unnecessary. But, we'll see what happens in the next episode. Is Celine actually going to leave, or is she going to just use that money to do some craziness in the area? I don't know, because now they're going to have a new PR person coming in, which is some lady, I DK who it is, but Yeah, so that should be fun to see. But are we really going to lose Celine as a character? Maybe her storyline is becoming tired. But if that's the case, then Jeden and Fedde can finally get together, which I know some of us are waiting on. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys in the next podcast. Thanks for listening to this podcast. We hope you enjoy it. Feel free to subscribe to this podcast channel, and also feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post videos there. And if you'd like, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter where we post all our social media updates. Talk to you guys soon.